Assalamu alaikum. So, how have you been this entire week? I couldn't come in and check in because things have been really hectic. But today I am here to discuss another important topic, which I think everyone will benefit from, and that's probiotic. Okay? All right. So let's start. So probiotic is something which is of an origin of biome, okay, microbiotics, which sometimes can be transferred or changed into biotics. Okay, so pro or pre means something that is the precursor. That's the precursor, the before form of the final version. So why do we need probiotics? Why does our kids need probiotic? So often we know that the gut is connected to the brain. And then assalamu alaikum Namira Apu, Afroza Apu, thank you so much for coming. So today we are talking about probiotics, why we need them, how can we buy them, how to ensure that they are of good quality, and to get examples of what kind of probiotics you can get in your country. Okay, all right, so let's start. As I was saying, what are probiotics? So probiotics are an essential part of the gut microbiome. So what happens is the gut is the space and the place where a lot of our immunity is stored, produced, and then various neurotransmitters like serotonin, melatonin, tryptophan, all of those are produced. So if your child's gut microbiome is not in a good shape, is not in a good state, then what happens is the production of serotonin goes down. Hence, the mood disorder of your child goes, awry, I would say. And then the sleep disorders, if your child is having trouble sleeping through the night or trouble falling asleep, then all of those things are actually connected due to the gut microbiome imbalance. And then also, if your child has indigestion, gastric troubles, and if your child has a tendency to thump the belly or hold on to the chest, hold on to the tummy like it's aching and stuff like that. So all of those things can be really magically maintained or resolved by the use of probiotics. So what can you do in terms of that? So at home, the best probiotics are what you prepare yourself. Okay, so you can make homemade yogurt, homemade curd, mishti doi, tok doi. All of those things are very nice probiotics, full of very beneficial bacteria, which will help your child digest the food, which will help your child sleep through the night, which will help your child produce a lot of serotonin, melatonin, all of those important essential neurotransmitters, so that the child has a lot calmer behavior, the child is not hyperactive, then the child is able to sleep properly, focus, have attention, and all those good things. Okay, so at home you can try making curds, yogurt, as I was saying. And another thing that we all over the world that we are trying to do is making our own probiotics. So how can you do that? Actually, if you are in the group, I have 2 recipes for that. I have made sauerkraut in 2 different manners. Okay, and I have the full recipes and the full videos, and I swear by that because my clients, alhamdulillah, they make sauerkrauts of their own, and the kids love and enjoy them. So you definitely can try that. It's another way of introducing probiotics into the child's food, into the child's diet. And another important thing is to use probiotic supplements. Okay, so what are probiotic supplements? Probiotic supplements are external sources of probiotics that you give your child, as example, in the form of sachet, in the form of powder, in the form of capsule or tablets and things like that. So when I was in Canada, assalamu alaikum Safapu, walaikum assalam Namirapu. So when I was in Canada, I used to use Organic Kids, Intelligent Labs, those are very powerful and potent. And then in Bangladesh, what I'm doing currently, I wanted to show you guys some products that I'm using in Bangladesh. So one of the things that I ask even my clients to use is this one. Can you guys see it? Probio. Okay. So it's Probio Baby. It has, each sachet contains Lactobacillus acidophilus 2 billion, then Bifidobacterium 1 billion, Lactobacillus bulgarius 1 billion, and some fructooligosaccharides. So as you can see, it has a lot of good bacteria, all of which are essential for all the protocols that I was telling you, you know, for the gut microbiome to get high and dry. So it also, as an indication, based on your child's age, is what we advise the quantity of probiotics if you're using supplements. So if your child is in the age of 2 to 4-ish, then you can use 1 sachet, and if higher, then, you know, 2 or more. That depends on the situation your child is at this moment, the gut situation, the age of the child, and also the current struggles of the child. That all of those things actually help us to determine the dosage that we should give the child. But yeah, I wanted to show you guys 2 more products which I am using currently in Bangladesh, and that's one of this is this one, although it's showing, you know, I don't know how to show it in a way that you will see it occasionally. And this is called Ultra Probiotic Yogurt Drink. Okay. And another thing that I'm using is this one. Any idea? Have you guys seen this one? So it's Shakti Plus Sweet Card. Okay. So here's a caveat. When you are choosing probiotics for your child, wherever you are, whichever country you are, if you are trying to follow a pretty strict protocol for your child, then I will highly suggest that you go for the supplement, and then making your own probiotic with very little sugar, because when you buy store-bought ones, they have a lot of sugar in them. Okay, but even though they have a lot of sugar, it's a lot better to give them a snack in a snack form. Let's say if your child is picky eater and don't want to try, but then this have pretty nice small quantity, and the shape of it makes it look like a chocolate or something yummy and something kid friendly. So what I saw was Muhammad didn't like yogurt. Okay, when I was back in Canada, I couldn't try yogurt with him. He would eat sauerkraut a lot, but he wouldn't take yogurt. But when I came to Bangladesh, I didn't have that time and space to make sauerkraut on my own, because I was very busy with friends and families and whatnot. So I was thinking of alternatives to have at home, and then I found these, and they are really nice. They are really nice in a sense, like they have you have to make sure that they have milk as the first milk as the first ingredient, and then sugar as at least third or later on ingredient, because if sugar is the first ingredient of any product, then it's just a no, because that means the bulk of the product is actually sugar. Okay, anyway, so try to find something that does not have directly try to find yogurt in a fun shape like this. Assalamu alaikum Sofia Apu, walaikum assalam. So try to find a yogurt that has a fun shape like this, and then then give a spoon, and then your child will like to explore the content of it. And the next tip is to make sure that cow's milk is the first ingredient, and sugar maybe third or even lower amount. Okay, and then also make sure never to mix dairy and fruits. Never ever mix dairy and fruit. So whenever you are choosing yogurt, dairy based products, let's say yogurt, make sure that the yogurt does not have direct fruit. So when I was showing you this product here, I'm getting it in Bangladesh. Other countries have their own varieties. Okay, I will be showing you Canadian ones when I go back to Canada, inshallah, on 31st. Very much looking forward to that. So for this one, it says actually that it has, milk, sugar, water, stabilizer, flavor, probiotic culture, and fruit compound. Okay, mango fruit compound. So commercially, when something is fruit compound, that's not usually directly the fruit. Okay, so if you add fruits with yogurt, what happens is the protein of the yogurt becomes undigestible, and the acidity contains becomes pretty high. So what happens is when you mix fruits with yogurt, the beneficial quality of the yogurt goes down. Okay, and the whole product becomes pretty undigestible for your child. So I highly suggest that you do not do that. Okay, and then the next thing that you have to make sure that the yogurt drink or yogurt cup or whatever that you are giving, try to make sure that it's as fresh as possible. Okay, because the longer, the staler the, the staler the product, the macrobiotics will be a lot less. Okay, and of course always make sure that whatever probiotics, probiotic sachets or probiotic food or drink or whatever that you have or produce, make sure that you store them in the refrigerator so that the microbiomes does not die, okay, due to high temperature and everything in between. Another thing I wanted to make sure that you guys know is probiotics are important, but some parents think that if you just give your child a probiotic and every other problem will be solved. It's not going to happen, because human brain is so complex. It needs a variety of support. It needs a variety of nutritional support, digestible support, emotional support, psychological support. A lot of things goes into making sure that your child has the best developmental potential reaching abilities or capabilities. Okay, so if you are just thinking giving your child a probiotic will solve everything, it's not going to happen. You have to make sure that you change the diet. I keep on saying this all the time, because if the child is having junk food, if the child is having a lot of glutens and dairies and stuff like that the child cannot digest, then the body is going to produce and be full of toxins, which will in fact cause hyperactivity. It will affect your child's mood, attention, focus, be able to communicate, and all of those problems that they struggle. Okay, and to say about dairy free, a lot of you will get confused when I am saying that you should go dairy free, but then I am telling you to do yogurt. The difference between dairy and yogurt is this: when you are giving your child only milk or cheese, then those milk and cheese does not have the enzyme or does not have the proteins already digestible form. Okay, because when you give your child milk and your child cannot, milk or cheese, and then the child cannot digest the milk or cheese, that milk and cheese turns into caseomorphin, and as the name suggests, it's a form of morphine which will affect the way the nervous system works of your child. So we do not give milk and cheese and other dairy products except yogurt. So what's the beautiful thing about yogurt or yogurt based product or any dairy which has been fermented is actually the best thing that you can give your child. That's the only form of dairy that you can give to your child. Fermented dairies, fermented products are the best thing that you can give to your child, because when dairy goes through fermentation, then what happens is the probiotics, the microbiotics that we are adding, the bacteria that we are adding to the milk, it digests the milk products. It digests the milk proteins like casein. Casein is one of the main important protein of dairy, right? So when you are introducing bacterial culture to dairy, what happens is that bacteria will digest the casein, so your child will not be maldigesting casein. Okay, so the the protein is already in digestible form, and also you are giving a lot of added probiotics, added bacteria, the good bacteria, which will go to the gut, and then it will also influence and increase the gut microbiome content. Okay, so as a I would say like 5 important tips. The first thing that you need to make sure that you are preparing your own. The best thing that you can do is preparing your own dairy product, which can be sauerkraut, so not dairy, preparing your own probiotic products. That can be sauerkraut, that can be yogurt, that can be sweet curd, that can be fermented milk, fermented fish, fermented vegetables, and all of those good things. Okay, the next thing you want to make sure that have a probiotic supplement as a added bonus, not the main pillar of your child's probiotic intake. Okay, so if you're in Bangladesh, you can try Probio. I always suggest my clients to buy this one as well. And if you are in other countries, USA, UK, Canada, Australia, all of those countries have very beautiful child probiotics. I love Organica, I love Intelligent Labs, and I also love Culturel. I'll leave all of those in the description, inshallah. Okay, so give the probiotic supplement as a supplement, not the main course of action. The third thing that you want to make sure is when you are introducing dairy, that the dairy is not mixed with direct fruit. Okay, if you give your child direct fruit with dairy, then the dairy becomes indigestible. Okay, because the fruit has fruit acid, which will coagulate the protein, because the protein is already in digested form. The casein, when you are giving yogurt form, fermented dairy, then the casein is already in digested form. But if you add fruits to it, the fruit acid will change the protein again. Okay. All right, the fourth tip that I had for you guys is to, when you are trying to introduce, find fun shapes and stuff like this to let your child explore, to let your child get accustomed to the taste, and then slowly you can exchange those with the homemade varieties, because a lot of the times we are working with very picky eaters and they might have their own aversion or restrictiveness towards certain food. Okay, so have respect for their taste, have respect for their need of exploring new things at their own pace. Okay, and then the fifth tip or important point about probiotic is probiotics are the most important thing for your child's digestion, for your child's brain power, for your child's brain development, because probiotics make up gut microbiome is made up of lots and lots of different varieties of bacteria and other microbes. Okay, so when you are giving your child probiotics in any shapes and forms, what happens, it helps the gut microbiome to become more enriched, to become more expanded, to become more powerful. So when your child's gut microbiome is more powerful, then what happens is your child's digestion gets better, your child's digestive problems gets lower, your child's sleep becomes improved, your child's mood becomes calmer and more improved, and then all of the good, hyperactivity goes down, and a lot of other benefits. So that's one of the reasons why in our diet, in our protocol also, we teach a lot of how to make your own probiotics, how to give your child probiotics, and make sure that your child is getting the optimum amount and exposure to good microbiomes and good bacteria and other microbiotics in their environment. So yeah, I just wanted to pop in today because this is Tuesday, and I always do Tuesdays with Dr. T. Okay, Tuesdays with Dr. T with you guys on Tuesday. So even though I was not really prepared, but I still came in because I wanted to show you guys some products that you can start doing at your own, at home, wherever you are, because the most important part is you taking the responsibility, because you're always responsible for yourself. You are 100% responsible 100% of the time for your own health and well-being, for your child's health and well-being. Okay, and for that, knowledge is the key. When you know more, you know better, and then you can make more better choices. And for you guys, I have contemplated, I have thought that I will be doing a series of lives where I will bring in real life products that I use for my children, and also show you how to buy stuff when you are outside. Let's say if you took your child outside for a play date or for a evening outing, rather than buying a packet of chips, buy a packet of yogurt. Rather than giving your child chocolate milk, give your child a probiotic drink. Okay, so that's how you shift from the lesser of the evils. Okay, even though I always say that the best food are always homemade and packaged, natural, but still we are in modern world. It's not possible and it's not practical to always make everything on our own, right? And I myself try my best, but I myself cannot do it. So I will be sharing more on my takes on what I do whenever we are outside, to make sure that my children are not exposed to the external non-acceptable foods that much. Okay, so Ibrahim Anwar said assalamu alaikum. Walaikum assalam from Ghana. Wow, that's so cool. So Ibrahim brother, how can we help you today? We were talking about probiotics, and as I was saying, it's very important for your child. And if you are just adding up now, so it's pretty much time for me to finish. Watch this on replay. If you are watching this on replay, give me a hashtag replay and let me know your struggles with probiotics. Let me know which country you are from, and if you are trying probiotics for your child, and if you are having any struggle related to probiotics. Okay, so if you have any questions or queries related to probiotics, please leave them in the comment down below. And if you are watching this on my YouTube channel, please subscribe. That helps me a lot. And share this with all the other parents, because the more we reach people, the more we get our community all knowledgeable. Okay, because knowledge is power. When you know more, you know better, and then nobody can take that healing away from you. Okay, with that being said, thank you so much. I love having you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Okay, give your child probiotic. All right.